Today I'm going to talk about this new deck I opened that I'm very excited about. I played it against my Gauntlet and it went 2-1, but there were no rule of 6 errors there. So this is another Defender deck, which is a really cool token in Sanctum. It has 1 armor, so it survives a lot of that plinky damage stuff. And in this deck, I have the Sigil of Brotherhood, which is really fun with the Sanctum token. So this deck is Sanctum, Brobnar, and Mars. And it doesn't have the typical Brobnar tools I think you would see. It doesn't have Brick Nasty, for instance. But it does have Banner of Battle, which gives each friendly creature +1 power, which means all of my knights are 3/1s. It does have a very interesting combo in Brobnar. We have Kretchy, which reads, each time a player exalts a creature or a creature captures Aember, put 1 Aember on that creature from the common supply. And with this Kretchy, I have 2 Fresh Marks. So Fresh Mark says, destroy a friendly creature. If you do, exalt 3 enemy creatures. So with Kretchy out, Fresh Marks can potentially add 6 Aember to the opponent's side of the board. And not only that, we have a great target to destroy with Fresh Marks. Get Hammer. Destroyed, ready and enrage each other friendly Brobnar creature. And that makes for a really convenient way to get some extra fighting power to collect the Aember that you generated from Fresh Marks. So, you've exalted your opponent's creatures. What's next? Flamethrower. Spread some damage out on the opponent's creatures, perhaps with a pound 2. And then later on in the game, spread some more damage out with the Genetic Blast, or Ammonia Clouds, and finally, add a whole bunch more Aember to the opponent's creatures, but this time from their own pool. And then to finish it all off, collect the Aember with your Kaboom. Boom! Another strength of this deck is in the Sanctum. We have Lightbringer Outpost, an artifact which says, put a friendly creature on the bottom of its owner's deck. If you do, a friendly creature captures 3 Aember. 3 Aember is a lot, and to be able to do it repeatedly over the course of the game is strong. But the real strength of this card is how it synergizes with the 2 Catalinas. So Catalina says, play after reap, capture 1 Aember, but then destroyed. Make a token creature for each Aember on Catalina the Summoner. So what this means is that you can play Catalina, capture 1, and then capture 3 more onto Catalina all in the same turn. There are a couple other ways of adding Aember to Catalina in Sanctum. We have the Revered Monk with the capture bonus, and also Nightapult, so you can play Catalina ready and then reap with it to capture 1. So then after you've captured your Aember, you could potentially then fight it off with the Grey Rider and get that destroyed ability right away. There's also the Kaboom and the other creature control in Mars that we can use to destroy Catalina. Well, then you might say, well, we're not actually capturing Aember then. We're just returning it to make tokens. But no fear. We still have Aember control in the deck. 3 Mix the Tall-Minded, which says, your opponent's keys cost +1 Aember for each friendly Mars creature in play. So these will stack. So for instance, if you have 2 mix out, your opponent's keys will cost 10 because each one is giving you +2. And also for fun, there's an Ether Spider. So this makes it a pain for your opponents to actually gain their Aember. So I do think a really strong aspect of this deck is having the strong Aember control in Mars. I think the matte back of the sleeve is kind of messing with the view there. There's the list. So I'm excited to practice this deck and see what it can do. Maybe I'll see you on TCO.